So when coming into the caravan, obviously when you get up the outside, your power is this one here to bring power. As you can see, we've got green lights lit. That means we've got a battery on and we're on mains. If you push that, it can show you how good your leisure battery is. Obviously around this area it needs to be charged again. Okay, that's vehicle battery, which there's no car at the moment on the front, so there's going to be 0 in there. Now before you press your water pump on, it's really important that you have closed your drain valve, the yellow lever I mentioned earlier. And then when you have done that and the tap side closed, you can press your water pump. And then come over to your tap. Open it on the cold setting first, just like that, okay. When you've got a nice flow of water on this tap and the one in the washroom on the cold and hot setting, then you're okay to start turning your water heater on, okay. It's important that you do that before you put the water heater on, otherwise you could trip the system out because you've tried to draw water before there's plenty in the tank, okay. So we now come to the control panel now. I know it's difficult on the phone with the brightness, but if you just press menu, you'll see that the top is basically showing us the temperature. So at the moment it's 28.5. We can just press the plus and minus to alter the temperature. You can hear it bleeping, etc. Next one down is hot water. So at the moment it's like a triangle, which is half black. That means the water heater is on. Okay. Now what we can do, we can press it again and give a boost of hot water if we want to. A boost of hot water is normally for sort of 20 minutes or so, then it'll turn itself off. And then next one down, you've got the electrics. At the moment we're using 2 kilowatts. Again, by pressing plus and minus you can go from 1 kilowatt up to 3 kilowatts if you want to. And then below that you've got gas, so you've got off and on. If you press on, it goes green. That means we're now drawing gas as well for heating and hot water. There's a spanner at the side which basically goes into the actual settings of the caravan. Now if you do want hot water and heating at the same time, I would sort of say you're better off having the hot water halfway up. If you're on a boost, sometimes it overrules the heating and you can't have both sometimes. So if you've got the heating hot water, then just have it on halfway up. If it's just hot water, boost is absolutely fine. Now the hot water will take sort of about 50 minutes from standing start, but I have had this set up earlier on today. I know it's difficult. It's difficult to see hot water on a video, but I can show that is hot water coming through there. I don't know if you can see the steam, but we have got hot water. Okay. I'll now show you your cooker working as well. I hope the phone will balance. I know you can't see an electric plate getting hot, but I can assure you that gets hot there. Okay. I'll also show you your gas rings all lit as well. Now, if you're going to use it on gas, it's really important doing a bit of a sequence. Okay. Always do the rings first, then the grill, then the oven, and then do heating hot water. The last thing you should do on gas is the fridge. That's purely because the fridge draws the most gas through the system. If you try and light it first and there's not enough gas in there, it just won't go. When you have had something lit, hold your button in or the knob even, for a good few seconds, let the gas run around the system. You see they're all lit, otherwise it could just go out. Okay, there you go. I'll also show you where your grill pan is as well. Okay. So grill pan just in there, as you can see. Okay, and your fridge, very straightforward, on and off. That means you're on mains. You can go to gas if you want, just by pressing it twice it lights up blue and then ticks, and then bursts into life. So now it's run on gas. Again, I know you can't see a cold fridge, but I can assure you that is nice and cold, all lit up, and that's temperature. So basically you want it on the maximum really, which is that one, and again just back over to go onto the mains. Again, that one's off. That's purely if you're towing. That is not the caravan's leisure battery, that is the car battery keeping it cold while you turn it. It won't shut it down, but it will keep it cold for you. Now with your wet central heating, okay, so in here you'll see the fluid just sort of bobbling around, just sort of that sort of quarter way up the tank. When it is in use, that will rise and obviously sort of bubble around, which is perfectly normal. When the system is off, that will drop down to 3 minutes above the minimum. That's perfectly normal. Keep it on the levels as you own the caravan, because obviously the more time you do use the wet heating, then the glycol will run around the system and you need to top up, just by simply make sure the system's off. There's a cap in the top there which you want to do and just fill up with glycol or antifreeze. It's the same thing. You can buy glycol from any good caravan shop, to be fair. I'll show you your toilet flushing as well so you can see. So very straightforward, grey lever, just have to slide it across. In fact, that reminds me actually, now with the toilet cassette, if it's not all the way back in its drawer, then you can't slide the lever across. So good bit, something good to show you there, so you know for future. As you can see, the cassette's not properly in its cradle, which we're going to just do now. So it's sat in now, so now I'll be able to open and close the grey lever, which I'll just show you. Okay. So just underneath here, look, grey lever, just slide it open and close it, very straightforward. And that's your handover shown to you. I'll show you how to turn this control panel off. So back into menu, all you need to do is where the electric is, just drop that down, look, to off. Same with gas, that control panel is now off now, but to turn the actual unit off, just press that and it turns it off. Thank you for watching. Any questions, please let me know.